Hello, Shefitters. Welcome to your first in between rounds of this fall quarter. Yes, it's week one. We started yesterday, but I do realize a lot of you are starting today because of the holiday, the long weekend we just had. So for this week, I wanted to come on here and just go through a little bit of a checklist to help make sure that you are starting the season off right. So I know some of you have already done this because you've been here for a long time. But first and foremost, I want you to make sure you've downloaded both the Trainerize app and the Mighty Networks app, and that you've put them right beside each other on your phone like this. So they're right beside each other, which means I can jump from the workout to any information I may need from this community. So I want you to do that right now. And when it comes to your Trainerize app, of course, we know we're going to use that for our workouts, but I want you to make a point of going in there every Sunday. Move the workouts around. Make sure you're putting them on the day that you plan to do them. That's going to make a big difference on making sure you actually get them done. And if life, it changes. I know we don't always get to stick to our original plan. So if you miss it, move it to a different day, even midweek or whatnot. But the important thing about the Sunday is you're moving it, you're setting yourself up for the week. And I want you to actually look at the workouts for that week. Look at the exercises just to make sure you know what you're doing, because I'd love for you to ask questions, but I want you to make sure that you're asking questions with enough time to get the answer. So yes, I am online. I usually start each day. I'll be online. I am online at the end of the day and sometimes in the middle, but basically you can expect a response either like early or end of day. But if you don't catch me right when I'm online, you might miss it. So the other thing I will also add is please ask those questions in here. Post them on the wall. You can tag me or not, because the other thing that can happen is you may get someone else who has the answering before I can get to you. But if you have a question that other people have, or maybe people didn't know they had that question, and I answer it perhaps even with a video or anything to give you a little bit more help. This way I can help you guys all, and we all kind of benefit from each other's questions as well. So please ask them right in here. And while you're checking the Trainerize app on Sunday to do all that, I do suggest that's probably a good time to get caught up in here in the online community. The reason being is every Sunday, that's when I post the weekly challenge. So you can figure out what that challenge is. Some of them require you to do something on a daily basis. Some of it is just one task for the week. So it's a good time to make sure you know what the week looks like. Tuesdays, today, this is when I do the in-between rounds, and I'll be doing the Zoom workouts, but those change weekly. So I do have the schedule posted. You're best to use either the, there's a tab or a topic. If you go into the topics on this main page, so you don't have to be in the members only section, just on the main page here under topics, you'll see a schedule. That will show you a list of the month. So I've gone ahead and given you all the dates for the October Zooms and everything. I will post November's in the last week of October. So keep that in mind. That's when you can see the month at a glance, or you can go straight to the events page. So again, that's going to be, you got your topics, your groups, there's events. If you go there, that's where you're going to see essentially almost like a calendar of the events. And that's where you can RSVP. And I would love if you guys RSVP'd, even if it's a no. RSVP no, so that I know. And if I know that maybe it's a bad time and it's not working for anyone, maybe I can change it. So the RSVPs do help me, whether it's a yes or a no. If you're unsure, you can leave it. You can even write maybe and change it later. Yeah, pay attention to those on the weekly basis. They don't change. I will send out a message if I do change them, but just check in The last sort of confusing part about all of this is I don't want you to forget that you do have all of the videos on demand. So you're going to find those in the members section of my website. So that's shefitonlinetraining.ca/login. So when you first signed up, you got a password that was like a bunch of letters and numbers. And then last year, for those of you who were with me last year, I asked you to go in there and change it to something you'd remember. And if you haven't changed it, go in and change it. If you don't remember, you can reset it or ask me to send it to you again. But basically, that's sometimes an easier way if you're interested in finding some of our quicker workouts, which are all in here, but it's sometimes hard to find. Everything is laid out a little bit easier in there because there's no wall of messages to sort of interfere with everything. So by the end of this week, I will have all of the 15-minute workouts that I did in my 21-day fall fitness challenge. So those are great for times when maybe schedule's tight and you don't have time to do one of these full workouts. By all means, swap in one of those workouts from the challenge. They are 15 minutes long. Or maybe you're just not really feeling like thinking and you'd rather just follow along with a video I've already done. You can use that and still get credit. So then moving on to the next thing that needs to be on your checklist, and that is your team. You need to have your team on board. Now, this can be your spouse, your partner, a parent, a friend, or even someone in this group. Okay, you need to have people on your team helping support you through your journey and understanding what you're committing to, because it can actually be the ones that we love the most that end up hindering our plans for success. So you need to make sure that they understand what your commitment to your fitness goals looks like so that they can so that you can manage their expectations, but also so that they can support you during times where you may need that little extra boost or someone to check in with how things are going. Next, I'm going to say schedule, even though I kind of talked about that with the app, but I'm going to say it again because it is so important. Put it in your work calendar. So I know I was talking about schedule in on your Trainerize app, but put it on your calendar, your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you use, and treat your workout like an appointment and go to it. All right. We are making small shifts to build new habits. And so it's important that you try to get in the habit of this commitment at first, because why it's so hard? It's so hard because you're not used to fitting it in. And we all brush our teeth. Okay? I bet you don't even think about it. Well, that's because you've created a habit. And that's what my hope for you is with fitness. I want you to, if you're someone who wants to do it in the morning, wake up, even if it means you got to wake up a little earlier, wake up, get it done. If you're going to work out after work, do it right away. Right after work, if you're coming home first, if you're working out at home, as soon as you get home, put those workout clothes on, get it done. If you're going to a gym, drive to the gym on your way home. Do this before you sit on the couch, before you sort of move on with your evening, because these are going to be great ways for you to sort of stack them with things you already do, like going to work or whatever you're doing before or after. That's going to help you, again, create a habit. It just becomes routine. All right. And then the most important thing is, once you've decided where that fits into your schedule, you need to also keep that consistent. Okay. It needs to be consistent for a while, and that's how you build the habit. This is going to take the process of working out away from willpower and turn it into habit or just part of your routine. I know we are all busy. We may be feeling like our calendars are full. And so last but not least, I need you to learn to say no. That can be one of the hardest things. I ask that you, if you're feeling this way, look at your priorities and your responsibilities and start saying no to some of the other things. Your time is valuable, and I need you to try. Obviously, this isn't something that's easy to do. I also suffer from this, but if you can start saying no to those things that you hear in your head, you're like, oh, I should do that. And I want you to make sure that you are saying yes to the things you want to do. We all have obligations, but don't forget about the obligation that you have to yourself to take care of your body and your health. So with that, I will leave you for the week. And again, ask any questions. You can ask them in here in these comments below. You can ask them within our online community at any time. And I'm really looking forward to finishing off 2022 with all of you. Have an awesome rest of your day. I will see you on the internet. Take care.